that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Oh, I would like to be in that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Oh, I would like to be in that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Oh, I would like to be in that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Oh, I would like to be in that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Wicked Pricemart. When those who labor hold the reins of power. When those who labor hold the reins of power. Oh, I would like to be in that number. When those who labor hold the reins of power. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. Our union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our union makes us strong. Oh, we will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. Our union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our union makes us strong. Oh, we will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. Our union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our union makes us strong. So we will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. Our union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our union makes us strong. Oh, we will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. We will keep on struggling until Christ can go away. Our union makes us strong. Solidarity forever.
Let me thank you for giving exposure to what has been a best kept secret for quite a while. We have a situation here where Pricemart in Trinidad and Tobago has been exhibiting the worst industrial relation practices that you can imagine. Workers are being dismissed for frivolous matters. Workers are just being dismissed. Workers are working in poor, unhealthy and unsafe conditions. Some of them are injured and they are just being ignored. Now, when complaints are raised as to the type of management and the poor industrial relations issue and response, the result is that they are on the breadline. And so we are saying over some 100 workers, this in the last 12 months would have been sent home arbitrarily by this management, well supported by Pricemart International. And we today are putting down the first installment of a number of installments on Pricemart throughout Trinidad, wherever their outlet exists, to bring to the public's attention the issue of the poor industrial relations climate, which is resulting in what is tantamount to modern-day slavery to workers. We have situations where workers are dismissed and they have the temerity to write on those dismissal letters that they are dismissed for intention to consume. Now what is that? That the management, the supervisors and those who are on that part of poor industrial relations practices, they are telling the workers, because they are looking at particular products on the shelf, on display, theirs is the intention to consume it, and therefore they are dismissed for that. Where do you find such a practice in Trinidad and Tobago or in the world in 2015? That is tantamount to slavery. That is back on the plantations. And therefore we are saying that as respectable, decent, law-abiding, hard-working citizens, that we want to bring to the public's eye, the attention of the unsuspecting public, what goes on here in Pricemart. The public, workers themselves, workers who work in different parts of the economy, who purchase at Pricemart. In this Pricemart club arrangement, they are totally oblivious to the fact that those workers who provide that service to them, when they come to Pricemart here, that those workers are being exploited to the max. And we are calling a halt to that. We are also saying that if it did not stop, we will mount an anti-Pricemart campaign as we bring awareness and we dig deeper into the operation of this exploitative club arrangement of Pricemart. It cannot be that workers who leave the confines of their homes and come to work with their sole intention to produce an honest day's work, that they will be demeaned and they will be disrespected to the level that they will be dismissed for an intention to consume a product which they has the responsibility to make sure that it sells so that the management can get a revenue. There are a number of suspicious activities that we have our attention drawn to at Pricemart. A number of items that are removed by persons in the top management. We have our information. And when that information has been brought to the fore, the workers are the ones who are being blamed for it. And then there's a situation when the management or top personnel or questionable individuals remove products from Pricemart. You don't hear them talking about that. But the footage from the cameras that capture them, that too is being removed. So a lot of questionable situations here. We are saying that, wait, there's something amiss with Pricemart, that all of these things are happening. They are losing products, but they are not complaining. And we know that they have outlets in Colombia and other parts of the region. So we are doing our own investigation as to the history, the origins, and what goes behind the scene, that what passes for bargains here. A bargain is not truly a bargain if that bargain has in its content exploitation of the workers who produce the bargain. And therefore that we are saying that if in this Christmas rush and in this Christmas season, if it is that they continue this way, we can very well go for a boycott of these products and so on. Yeah? That's where we want to go. And we want internationally, we want to communicate that Pricemart in Trinidad and Tobago is about the highest level of exploitation tantamount to modern day slavery, and that we condemn. We cannot be comfortable to come to an establishment to purchase products and items and foodstuff at that establishment and know fully well that the workers who are employed to provide that service, that those workers are being disrespected and exploited and so on, made to work in unsafe conditions, and even more than that, when they are injured, they are just dismissed. And the employer, Pricemart, does not take responsibility for that. We have some local managers who are some tin gods here, yeah, some demigods, some local HR managers and so on. One Miss, what's her name? One Miss Bailey, and one Roshan, Samraj, and so on. All of those persons who present a different face to the public, but that their dealings with the employees is without a human face. And we are about changing that. The OWTU will not sit idly by and allow, despite the fact that the public gets bargained and the public get reduced prices and so on, we will not sit idly by and allow that to go unaddressed. Yeah? We will call on the public to boycott purchase of products here at Pricemart, at all of the outlets, until they put a human face and give a different type of application to the human resource management and industrial relations issues. It cannot be, I repeat, it cannot be that those workers are dehumanized and so on and made to work in modern day slavery conditions, and we have long past that. And anybody who feel that he or she gets a bargain and that is uncaring about what happened to the workers who provide the service at the counter or at the different departments here, that person is a person who supports exploitation and modern day slavery. And I think that the public at large is not about that, and that they are blissfully unaware of what passes for proper management at Pricemart. The workers there are crying out for assistance. Well, it is all of their outlets, and we have already counted over 100 workers who would have been dismissed over the last year or two as a result of the reasons, the frivolous reasons that I have identified. No, those matters, let me say, those matters are proceeding at the ministry and at the courts. You see, it is not justice you don't always find at those institutions, because as those institutions take their time to deliver justice, justice denied is justice delayed. And therefore, once you delay in bringing about settlements in those issues, they know full well that it will take quite a while for those matters to reach to the courts, and that is why the management take advantage of that. A sort of a high-handed, arrogant type of corporate approach, disrespectful human resource manager, industrial relations manager, and so on to the workers. But the point here is that Pricemart would depend on us, workers coming from elsewhere, because we are here. The workers you see here this morning are officers of the OWTU. They are not Pricemart employees, but they shop at Pricemart, and therefore their buying power can significantly be withheld to reduce the revenue going to Pricemart if Pricemart don't reduce the level of exploitation. Well, workers are generally injured while at work, and the responsibility in law with the management here is to ensure that those workers are returned to the best of health before they can be re-employed and absorbed back into the establishment. We have seen an abandonment of their responsibility to ensure that the workers who are injured, that they are given the best medical attention for the duration that the law allows them to get that, and so that the company ought to afford them that. That is not happening. Additionally, once they complain about unsafe conditions here, that which the public may or may not see in their traversing to purchase here, once they complain, they are dismissed. Well, it has to do with the conditions where the workers have to do storing and packing and so on, and injury to back and all of those things. Climbing, standing for long periods, and all of those things. And the whole question of how do you ensure that proper standards are obtained for workers while at work? There are procedures and standards around that. The whole issue of how do you store items, the heavy objects and so on, who are to, and how much persons are to engage in the moving around of those products and so on. So approximately 600 workers at a total of 12 Pricemart. So you have a Pricemart here, and we think that we start here today because this may be one of the main outlets of Pricemart here at Movietown. And then you have at Mosica, and then you have at Sobornos and San Fernando, La Romaine, and so on. But we are saying wherever you have Pricemart in Trinidad and Tobago today, they are exploiting their workers. and they will have the public believe, the country, the world believe that they are the best corporate citizens. That is not so. Today we are uncovering a best kept secret by them about the level of modern day slavery exacted on all of the workers, and we call on the public to pay close attention to the issues that we are raising. We are going to raise issues with health and safety, not only related to the workers, we are going to raise issues relative to particular products that are sold to the public, that when those issues are raised, workers are dismissed. And we are going to point out in which area the things that you feel you get on bargain, the story behind that. Yeah? And dismantle the whole smiling corporate face of Pricemart that greets the public, but when in fact it's the beast face that beings vicious with its employees and so on, and that is what it is about. Yeah? We have been writing with the managers all of the time, and we are at the level of the Ministry of Labour. Some of those matters are at the court. But you see today, the tone and tenor that was set by the last regime, they could do workers what they want, how they want, when they want, and use their deep pockets to defend them in courts. That has been mirrored to the private sector, and so Pricemart is no different to the others that would have adopted that set by the NP management, the petroleum management, the corporate, the state enterprises and so on. That was the tone. With the absence of a proper and aggressive ministry and Minister of Labour, all of these things are allowed to fester. Today we have something different, and certainly we will be calling for the intervention of the Minister of Labour herself to make an intervention and to bring good order back to Pricemart workers, and wherever else it exists. They must not, cannot, shall not, dare not will be allowed to get away with this level of exploitation and slavery exacted on those workers. Yeah? Workers Association here with me this afternoon, members of this executive here this afternoon. And you have comrade from the Sanitation Workers Union, its president here, and you have Amalgamated Workers Union members of the executive here with us. And for as long as we stay here this afternoon, we will also have coming in other members of JTO. This is a joint trade union movement effort to deal squarely, frontally with the Pricemart management, locally and internationally. And may I end by making a call to the Pricemart management internationally that come make haste and put an end to the level of exploitation meted out to local Trinidadians and Tobagonians here in Trinidad, because we are not in 2015, we are not back on the plantation, because it is the black on the plantation kind of approach that have them approach their management of the workers, this precious human resource, as modern day slavery. And you could well imagine if we mobilize all our members where we have them at the level of the joint trade union movement to boycott this establishment, you could well imagine the impact it would have on their revenue. But it's not about just holding a card of membership in Pricemart. It is paying close attention to what that card represents. And I don't know that people, or the citizens of this country, our members, workers, can be proud to be a card holder which represent this level of exploitation. Yeah?
Good day to the media and the comrades here. As president of the Industrial General and Sanitation Workers Union, I'm here to show solidarity with these workers and to be blunt and say that we cannot encourage foreigners to come here and treat our locals like slaves. Right. This must come to an end, and Pricemart must stop it, or they will fail, face without a face, because, I mean, we as citizens cannot encourage foreigners to come and treat our workers like slaves. I don't know how else to put it bluntly, and our members will deal with them. Right away here, Robert Benasia.
What was your name again, sir?
Robert Benasia.
Good afternoon, members of the media. I'm the president of the Steelworkers Union. Today we are here in solidarity with the joint trade union movement and raising our voices against the injustice that is taking place at Pricemart. Pricemart is an international organization, and we want them to know that these workers at Pricemart is not alone, and it is not just OWTU that is behind them. It is the entire labor movement that is watching what is taking place right now at Pricemart. Likewise, any other employer class that is trying to be good that is taking advantage of workers. And we want them to know out there that the joint trade union movement is looking and we are paying attention to what is going on. We are saying that these workers deserve their back pay that is outstanding. They should get it. We are saying that the joint trade union movement will not stop at anything to ensure that justice takes place. This is just an opportunity for them to change their ways and to practice good industrial relations. We want to say to them, do the right thing or else. Do the right thing. Thank you.
What is his name? What's his name?
Christopher Henry, Steelworkers Union President.
So what the issues are? And the issue simply is one of supreme exploitation, which is why they will call the police, and they wouldn't call the police for all of the issues that are occurring inside there. Right? So we are within the law.
Yeah.
We will maintain all the lawful requirements and so on. So customers are allowed to go, but as they go and come, they will be apprised of what this is about. And this is about exposing, making a public exposure of what obtained in price.
We understand.
That's how the multinational
we understand that, Mr.
call
Rouget.
police.
We understand, Mr. Rouget.
Yes.
I want to have Law and order?
It has law and order.
Okay, so I will talk, I will talk to the manager.
Very well.
Okay?
Very well. Yes, and some of the issues here, you might stay close because we might call you to deal with them.
Dock manager.
Solidarity forever.
see the deed? Can you show us the deed for that?
Can't show anything.
They say that?
Just informed, private property. If you want to continue, they need to leave.
Yeah, but
How you know it's
how
private?
you know it's private property? You
So
just
by
believe them?
word, so by word, that's private property.
So you just believe them, just sir? You believe them, just sir?
Really saying them, boy.
And let me tell you, let me give you, just so, let me give you a little, let me just give you a little lesson insofar as the Industrial Relations Act is concerned. You recognize majority union, of which we are, gave us the right to picket the employee, the employer. Right? So what you are seeing is a lawful picketing
Constitutional.
Yeah?
Owner of the property.
Yeah?
Don't want this one. Who is the owner
The
of the
law,
property?
who is the owner of the property? The law allows,
Who is the owner of the property?
the law allows for the picketing of the property, of standing outside of the workplace and picketing.
I want to know how that's private property. When the invaders when it's a private property. What? Officer, you don't know why invaders come again.
This is private property.
Our union makes us strong. Oh, we will keep us struggling.
Just say, when it became private property, as far as we know, this is not private property. And that's for the whole country. That's for the whole country. We don't know there's private property. Them just can't say there's private property means, as far as I know, Pricemart shall not be liable or responsible for anything. If it was private property, they'd have never put that there. Come on now, man. Reality check. What is this here? The Pricemart is liable on the own property. Private property. Invaders Bay never had private property. Understand what I'm saying? Invaders Bay is not private property. That's as far as I know. They would have never had that up there. If it's private property.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday.
You're not responsible and reliable for people think on your property. Well, then if it's how, then prove to me as private property. If it's private property, nobody don't know invaders became private property in the country. So when that happened, I just asking when it happened. When did invaders Bay, if anybody, when did invaders Bay become private property in Trinidad and Tobago? Because that's what Pricemart saying it is. Yet they have a disclaimer. Yet they have a disclaimer. The police always for the employers and the organizational systems that run in things. Police, pawns in the whole thing. Them across there.
I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome.
Not one car, you know, but three. I didn't realize the whole it's three cars. You can see. Oh my God.
Up. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Good day to you. I am Joseph Richardson, president of the Government Farmers Chagaramas. I just so happen to be in this environment here where I saw my brothers of the OWTU in picketing action. So I just stepped by to see where I could give a hand. Right. What is taking place here now, we have the Pricemart area where our brothers of the OWTU is picketing. It seems that there are problems here with the workers. The workers being ill-treated by the employers of the Pricemart establishment. And you know, with the OWTU, they don't stand for anything like that. So they are here sending a message to the people in authority of Pricemart, having them understand that they should not treat workers, treat workers, with respect, treat them with that sense of importance, especially at this time of the year, where, we have workers working at all times of the day and night. Some of them are also, from what I understand, are standing for long hours while they cash. There's a lot of things happening here, but my issue here is when I watch this happening, I tend to remember our situation in Chagaramas, which is very much similar to some point when it comes to the big wigs in this country. I remember the early times when William Monroe had the Mecca. The Mecca was a little way behind me. The Mecca tent. He was the only one here at we call it the foreshore back then. It's still the foreshore today. But all here was mangrove. I remember coming to that tent as a young man and being visited by mosquitoes. But the thing about it is, after environmentalists, you have a lot of them who came up against Monroe being here, and they got him off. Then we saw development starting here, and there was no cry from the environmentalists. And today we see the place all develop in such a way whereby certain people had access to the land to develop. Just like in Chagaramas, there are certain people are getting access to the land to develop. But we are, with the cry of the OWTU, with the cry of, the picketing and the people who are going to rise up against such situations happening in our country, we are not going to have things like that happen no more. You're going to respect workers. All people are going to respect workers, no matter who it is.
Father God, we ask you to bind the enemy that does come on them, Lord. Touch the hearts of the management, Lord. Touch their heart, Lord, and make it a just heart, a human heart, a heart that you, God, have rightfully put in their hearts, in their chest, Lord. Oh, Father God, that God can protect all these nations, all of this Christmas time, Lord. Send your angels, Lord, to protect us, Lord. Lord, if it's a crime going through this country, Lord, send your angels to bind all those evil forces, Father God. Father God, I lift up your people, that faith union to you, Lord. As we lift up our eyes, the hills, where it's coming to our health, Father God. Father God, we lift up our leader, President Hansel Rowe. Father God, we lift up the leader that is on the movement. Father God, we lift up the workers gathered here from all different parts of Trinidad and Tobago. Father God, as we lift up our land, Trinidad and Tobago. God, for without you, God, we are nothing, Father God. Father God, just be with us as we take our journey to our various homes, God. Send us down to your Son, Jesus Christ. Father, amen. I will be done, Lord, give us the spirit of Israel, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all and the evil. And the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen.
Let's go back to the song before we depart, because we have something else. We have another activity and another place. And before we go, let's just get back into some songs. Yes? Yes? You know, in Christmas season, you have caroling and so on, paranging, house out. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Someday, someday, any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome someday. The situation is that for far too long there's one by the name of Roshan Samraj, there's another person, Samlal, and there's another person by the name of Vanessa Bailey. Yeah. And the report is that all of those workers who are dismissed, who are injured, who are not taken care of by Pricemart, there's a level of exploitation going down on this establishment. I want to tell you something that's happening. We are prepared to go from outlet to outlet until we shut everyone down, until we have proper industrial relations. You are getting away for far too long. Disrespectful. Yeah, you're now prepared to meet.
No, we have been meeting.
No. High-handed. I mean, you dismissing workers for intent to consume. A number of things happening and the public must know. The purchasing public must know the level of exploitation that goes down to the work. This is the Alfield Workers Trade Union and the Joint Trade Union movement. We will not stand idly by and just quietly allow those matters to go to the ministry and the court. We will deal with you in the court and in the court of public opinion. Yes, that's right. That is why we are here this afternoon. In this Christmas season, everybody must know, both nationally, regionally and internationally, the level of exploitation that goes down with Pricemart and its workers here. We are not about to accept any more, not one day more of exploitation. You are doing what you want, as you please, how you please. And when my officers talk with you, it is a level of arrogance displayed, do what you want. Well, we do know what we want to see. Yeah? And we are with, and you could call the police or the police force. We are well within our rights, lawful, to picket you and to exploit you. And to exploit the situation and expose you. Yeah? So when you're ready to display a level of justice to the workers, when you're ready to be humane to the workers, then we will talk. Until then, you have an outlet in Masika, and I'm letting you know way in advance. You have an outlet in Chabonas, you have one in La Romaine, and Lowlands, Tobago.
Lowlands, Tobago?
Yeah. Wherever you have your outlet, we will expose you for what you are. You're too disrespectful and arrogant, man. Too disrespectful and arrogant. Yeah? Check the number of employees that are off, that have been dismissed. Yeah? Well, I don't know. You're disrespectful.
The members are committing Shaban basically.
No, we're not disturbing. We're not blocking. No, we're not blocking. No, we're not blocking. We will remain here as long as we determine it's necessary to make the point. Yeah? I want to speak to Mr. Rogen now. I didn't want to speak to Mr. Rogen. That is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Don't point to me, madam. Madam, don't point to me. I don't take man or woman pointing to me. No, that's disrespectul. Alright? And my union, and the workers. This is what you get when you're not dealing. And we're calling on this. You understand that there are some representatives from Pricemart in the country now. We want to talk with them about what how the local managers have been performing.
I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Your understanding of the issues relative to worker solidarity has caused you to be here. Let me recognize and thank Comrade Christopher Henry from the Free Workers. Officers here coming and sharing solidarity with the workers who are not here in person, but here in spirit because they are inside of that establishment being exploited. Let me also extend our thanks for joining us here this afternoon, Sister Jennifer, from the American and other comrade from the executive of the and any other comrade who represent the Joint Tribunal campaign. I don't have to cover that. But certainly, the first thing we're going to do is an assessment this evening when we meet at the Joint Tribunal movement of what happened here today. This comrades by no means is a simple protest. You raise your placard, you raise the issues, you communicate it, and the management pay attention to what you are talking about. This is far than that, further than that, much more than that, deeper than that, wider than that. And if you are paying attention earlier, what in fact you really got this afternoon is a practical lesson in class awareness and class culture, class development. That we here as workers, indeed if we call out all of the workers from Pricemart in this establishment, all of the workers from the rest of Pricemart establishment, if we call them out here, and based on all of the complaints that come from all of them, we dial 999 or dial the police and say, police, these workers are being exploited, the laws are being broken, workers are being dehumanized and so on. We want you to come and make an intervention when you dial until the High Kingdom comes. The police will not respond to that. But one call, and this is the class lesson here this afternoon, one call from the establishment, the management, to protect their establishment, the police respond without question. And without question, they pass you right here and go into the management. Pass you right here, not breaking any law, but they go into the management, confer with the management, and then pumped up, riled up, come out to deal with you, to deal with the local, the minions and so on, the plebs, because the management called them. The management tell them that they are disturbing their business. Well, that is the action of the establishment, that is the action of the employer, that is the action of the elite class. That is the action of those who feel that the police is there to protect and serve their interests and their interests alone. And if we understand the police service in Trinidad and Tobago from its very inception and its history, we will understand that it was created to do just that. And that over time, over all of those years rolled on, the concept has not changed. The police always feel that they are there to protect the rich, the famous, the establishment, the employer class, the business class, against the working class and the plebs and so on. And if anything at all, we have to understand that there are two classes. Working class, those people who exploit workers of this our class. But there's something I say of a saving grace. Because we are the workers, which workers they depend on to buy right there. Which workers they depend on our hard-earned money to the profit by the exploitation. And so they are called to him who took one out his thought and came to us this afternoon. Couldn't differentiate the boundaries. They say this is their purpose. Where's the deed to show that this is their promise? Where's the boundary where the Pricemart should add those stuff? And if you cover that ground, we are the recognized majority. We have a right to start here. And therefore, if the state sent in a state of confusion, not understanding what he's about, he retreated to just ensuring that the law is not broken. He didn't make any we didn't obstruct anybody. And their observation would have been recorded that people were allowed to come and book while we conduct our business. Our business is to communicate to the rest of Trinidad and Tobago that the business of this establishment is not normal, that they are exploiting workers at every distance, and that if they are allowed to continue, they indeed will continue and they will increase on the exploitation. The local minions, two of which they settled here this afternoon, the Vanessa lady, the Sansa lady, and the other sort, the Bantu guy, the local slavery, local slave drivers. You always have a local house slave, a slavey who feel that he could hit harder than the foreign masters. So as the foreign masters are now in the country, that's the regional, international managers, the owners of this establishment. They don't want the public community, they want to suppress this. They didn't cater for this, they thought that they would have continued to spend money in the court, fire workers, do what you want at the ministry. Sometimes they even come into meeting at the level of the ministry. When those officers, the labor relations officers meet with them, it's like callous disregard for the process. And she now is talking about wanting to. So we have a long road to go before we reach that meeting that she wants. A long road that certainly would have the exposure of what they did for us to reach to this point. I've often made the point, comrades, that all kinds of things will happen. They have the class interests to protect. They will do that. They will do that with the help of the law. We have our interests to protect. The difference in the outcome lies in how we protect our interests. And if we understand the class lesson here this afternoon, if we understand the interests that we have to protect, we will then move about swiftly, uniting ourselves, all of us, and with power and so on, to bring to bear them a level of impact that we never even imagined. They, in here in Port of Spain, in Movietown, they feel they're far away from everything. They feel that they never expected this. And one thing we want to leave them with is the expectation that as they get this, they have much more to come. The 50 plus workers, or somewhere in the order of almost 100 workers, perhaps even more, who are dismissed for frivolous matters, those workers ought to be treated fairly. They ought to have a proper and meaningful representation and hearing from the management. And that lady sanctioned what the industrial relations, didn't come out here today, a fellow by the name of Roshan Samlal. Yeah? Samraj, Samlal, same thing. Sam in the workers. And the problem we have is that at the end of the day, this doesn't speak to good industrial relation practices and so on. But let me tell you something else. An issue that will raise hell across the globe because we link up. We are linked internationally. I mean, the whole of our global village, and anything that happens could be picked up all over in an instant. We are raising questions as to volumes of product where it comes from and so on. And how those products What method those products are used, and I can't tell the words here this afternoon, what methods those products and the procedure used to bring in those products. How it is that they could be losing so much big screen, this, that, and so on, stolen by the top management. They are accounting, they never call police for that. So all of those items lost and so on. Nobody says anything.
That's also US every month they write, you know.
And they write off all of those expenditures simply because they don't want that to come into the public eye. Because if you dig deeper, and I think that this opens up the opportunity for us to dig deeper and deeper as to the origins of this establishment. And there's one, and if I can give you an example or something to think about, I will only describe it this way by saying that there's Pricemart in Colombia also.
Yes.
Right?
Six stores.
Yeah, so I won't say anymore. Yeah? So they are spread all over, wanting to spread their wings here, thinking that they will get through without the observation of the joint trade union movement, where they thought wrong. And insofar as injustice takes place, we will root them out wherever, in the height of the Christmas season or otherwise. And so we make the call this afternoon to say that any worker, anywhere, east, west, north and south, that calls out because his management, the managers there, are treating him unjustly, our position is that a worker under attack anywhere must be rescued from workers, by workers coming from everywhere. So when next she goes to those workers who wasn't part of this evening, and she support the firing or the exploitation of those workers, she has to think about what happened here today. Possibility of a sustained response to Pricemart, now Trinidad and Tobago as we expose it internationally. Again, let me thank comrades for being part of this. This indeed is historic. The first one on Pricemart, I can guarantee you it's not the last one, it's the last one on Pricemart. As we bring to the public side what is happening as we open it up for everybody to understand. One more song, and then we move out here. We came here, wait, on the first Noel? I almost say Noel. Oh, Noel? First Noel? Yeah, first Noel. Okay. Yeah, no, we're wrapping up because we have another meeting to go to. But we will be back, and we will be at all of the outlets with Pricemart because things are not right here. Yeah? So, alright? Thank you very much. Yeah. Alright, as we go to our transportation, right? Let me especially thank the comrades who are in training today, your first day of training for coming out. Yes? First day of training. Welcome to the Colosseum. Welcome to the struggle. Yes? As we go forward ever and backward never. Thank you very much.
They don't like the pictures taken.
Oh, they bash. Let's go.
Yeah, they bash.
First installment. Yeah, let's sing, man. We shall overcome.
Yeah.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. They're coming back here. shall overcome someday. Someday, any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome. Any day now, we shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, know that I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome any day now. We shall overcome any day now. We shall overcome someday. For deep in my heart, know that I do believe we shall overcome someday. Someday, any day now. We shall overcome any day now. We shall overcome any day now. We shall overcome someday.
Some workers here were badly treated.